get prepared with me, because honestly, this video is not small. Yeah, you don't need to know what's in the gap. Hi my lovelies, and welcome back. The real no, I started this like maybe a year ago, and it just really wasn't the time. I guess I had this like epiphany where I was like, yeah, I can do all these things, I can move forward, I can do anything I want to do. But life is going to show you, I should even say life, God is going to show you the plan. I don't know what anyone here believes in. I believe in God. There's other people that might just believe in a higher being or anything like that. But God is going to show you life is his plan. It's not your own. And I guess I was forced to take a mental break. So I'm back now anyway. I'm back now and I'm here to be committed. I'm here to show you guys I'm back. This is me, Tori Paris. But yeah, guys. So the real talk is, where have I been? Where have I been? Like, who starts YouTube and just does 2 videos and disappears? I do. I'm gonna do that. I started it. I didn't start it obviously with the intention of just taking 2 videos and like deciding, yeah, this is it. I took it and then life came at me. And I think one thing about me, I'm so hard on myself. Like, I find it so hard to turn around and say, yeah, life, sit down, Tours, take a break, like breathe. And everyone in my life will tell you this. Like, I'm so hard on myself all the time. And I think that maybe if I had been a little bit more mentally aware of like the things I was going through in general, I probably wouldn't have to take the break. But as mothers know, as women know, as people know, you just keep pushing. Like, last time I spoke to you guys, we was not in a cost of living crisis. Today we're in one. Energy crisis, cost of living. If you live in the UK, you know what I'm saying. And even if you don't, Google, guys, because we are suffering down here. And I had to realize, girl, you're not only suffering in all aspects, you might be suffering mentally as well. So this video is kind of just like a little life update, just to let you guys know like where I'm at, that I'm back, what you can look forward to, and to let you know I'm consistent. I'm not going anywhere again. So get used to Tori Paris, because that is who I am and I'm here to stay. So let me take everyone through this journey of mine. As you guys know, I'm a single mom by choice, and I guess a lot of women take that step to become single parents now, because honestly, men aren't really all that. And even if they are, they're not all that. So I'm a single mom by choice, as you know, and I decided to like raise my son, co-parent where I can, because obviously co-parenting isn't like an overnight thing. So co-parent where I can and kind of like keep everything going. And I was forced to take a break. I started seeing like different things, you know, my life started to just like change. My parenthood started to change. My childhood traumas kept blowing back up. I guess any milestone my son took, I started feeling like overwhelmed. And, you know, I'll go into it a bit more in this video, but when life happens, you're actually forced to slow down. And the average person knows that even in a time like now, you can't slow down. You can't choose to slow down. You can't just turn around and say to yourself, yeah, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to do all of this. I'm going to put myself first, because you might not eat for a week or months. You might not sleep for a week or months. For me, I had to take one. So I'll start it off with my parenthood. So you know that I struggled at first with the idea of like becoming a mom, knowing that I was responsible for one person, and if they needed to eat, sleep, anything, literally bath, with, in my case, walk, all of these stuff, it really messed me up, guys. And I guess I started getting a bit overwhelmed with motherhood then and just trying to make it work. And I've got a great support system, a fantastic village. So I'm not by myself. Like, obviously, I don't have my mum and my dad, but I have amazing friends and amazing family members that I am close with. So I guess they really were my strength in that case, shall I say. But I say towards the end of last year, I found out that my son had autism. And that for me is where I probably would say I finally realized I needed to take a break. Because even with all the year that went, when I was stressed, I was still working, still doing everything, still trying to force myself just to exist. And realistically, guys, I was struggling. Like, then I found out about my son, rock bottom. You know the ones where you fall into a depression, you don't shower, you don't eat, you don't do anything. That is where I was at, guys. To many, it's like, oh, why would you think about that, about autism? Listen, as much as mental health, sorry guys, mental health is one of the biggest things in this world, shall I say. And it's become one of the most accepted things in society today, but it never takes away the person who has to deal with it. So when it comes to autism, if you put it in my shoes, I'm the person that has to raise my child to be as strong as some of the autistic people that you might see today that can live alone, manage life alone, wash themselves, eat, do everything. I'm the parent that has to make sure that that's real and that happens and that's a reality for my child. And with that, honestly, guys, I struggled. I was low. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything. Like, if I didn't have the people I have around me, probably would not be here today. And if I wasn't the mum and I knew my purpose, I would not be here today. So I can tell you guys wholeheartedly, when life tells you take a break, stop fighting it, take it. Because in my case, everything came at me worse to force me to take a break. And one day I'll go into like everything about, you know, maybe the autism in my son and how I deal with it. One day I will go through it. But as of now, it's something I'm still processing. And I have to make sure he is the best he can ever be, while I'm still trying to make sure I'm the best I can be. So I guess that right there was a clash in my brain. You know, I have depression and I have anxiety. So I was thinking the worst. I was guilty. I was 1,000 things. And if you put that now into a personal, like, emotion, guilt, sadness, all these things, they impact a person. They really make a person feel like they're not enough. What's their purpose on this earth? Who cares about them? Who loves them? Who anything, really and truly. And in this case, that's exactly what it was for me. And as much as I had people messaging me every day, supporting me every day, calling me every day, praying for me, doing the most, like, it really didn't help. And they know I love them. Everyone knows I love everyone. Like, in my life, my friends, my sister, my cousins, my whole world, my mum, everyone, they're my world. But if they're talking to me and I can't hear it, no one can talk to me. Only I can talk to myself. Only I can be in my head. And at that point, everything was negative. Every single thing was negative in my head. So what did you do wrong? How did you do this? Like, I was not in a good place, guys. So what I'm really here to do today, guys, is talk about the impact of life and the way it actually slows you down. And this isn't just a video for mums. Like, I know I'm a mum now, but this is a video for everyone about the impact that life has on you and knowing when to take a break and knowing when it's okay to take a break. Because I feel like I'm surrounded by people, they take breaks, but they work so hard. They work so hard. And a break to them is guilt. So I guess I'm kind of like conditioned to believe the same thing, that when you take a break, unless it's like a planned break, you know you need it, you've like maybe a holiday, for example, that you've been paying down on for about a year or whatever, that's a planned break, right? But when, for example, you find out your child has a disability, that's not a planned break. Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's a break that's going to tell you, girl, sit down and literally understand life, because there's no other way for you to understand life better than this, than to actually just take the time. Antidepressants to me isn't something that I see as like this crazy thing. So if you feel that way, you're better off to just... But I see it as like a situation of, if you've tried everything and there's only one thing that can help. For me, in this case, it was taking medication. So that's why I took that choice, like, to actually take them. So when I felt like I was in a great place, I was like, yeah, girl, it's time to come off. I don't even need to wean off the right way, all that stuff. Before I knew it, my mental health was in the gutter, guys. So I'm going to say this as a disclaimer. Do not wean off. Just don't do it. Because, guys, just take your time, okay? Make sure when you make that choice, you're making it the right way. But for me, I did not make it the right way. So all my mental health, honestly, just threw in at once, and there was nothing I could manage. I'm hearing all these different things and people are trying to tell me I'm okay, it's going to be okay, and I did not feel like that. So for me, that's when I had to grow up and say, yeah, you came off antidepressants the wrong way, you know you did, so go back on them, try again. And that's when I actually decided, yeah, right, let me focus on my mental health, because without them, and as everyone knows, they take about 2 weeks, 3 weeks to a month to kick in. So that probably helped with the 2 months of depression, because you have to go like low before you really get high. And for me, I was so low, and until the antidepressants kicked in, I had remained that way. And like I said before, low to the point you're not showering, low to the point you're not eating, low to the point you can't even talk to the people that you talk to every day. And if you do, you're just there on the phone like this. You're just silent. Like, it doesn't do anything for you. And that's why I had to just like say, this is where I go from here. I would say, right, in a case like this, when you're going through probably your worst moments, your closest people to you are the most important. And when you find yourself struggling to even, I don't know how to explain it, when you find yourself struggling to even talk to them, guys, you have to start realizing, get help. So eventually, obviously, I'm realizing I need some help. As I talking to all the people I love, as I talking to all the people I love and started letting them know that, honestly, I'm struggling. I don't think I can communicate the best. And that's obviously me growing with communication. I never used to be like that. Usually I just air my friends, and that's obviously not the way that you deal with it. And I can't say even then I was the most perfect at like communicating with them, but I knew in myself I was really going through my hardest stage. And the people that got me would get it, and the people that didn't get me wouldn't get it. Do you know what I mean? And I had to really realize, like, you need some mental help, babe. Like, talk to your doctors, go back on antidepressants, and start really focusing. And one of the things I've obviously focused on, I know a lot of people do it, but I believe, like, there's never a number to the amount of people who care about God. There's no such thing. Like, we're all his children. So for me, I needed to pray. I focused on my faith. Like, I had been trying to focus on my faith previously, but I will openly say that I wasn't the best and I couldn't commit to it. And that's never good stuff to say, but it's the reality of it. And God likes honesty. So that's what I'm here to do. So I could never really commit to, you know, focusing on my spirituality. So as my antidepressants kicked in, I realized, whoa, all these things are kind of like adding up, and the mental health is kind of growing a little bit. So I got a bit more open to be able to do more and speak to people a little bit more, and like kind of understand things. So there's loads of different like tips with autism and books I read, and just comment below if you want me to know, like if you want me to make a video, sorry guys, if you want me to make a video basically explaining about my son's autism, how I found out, how I felt when I found out. I'm happy to give like an open explanation on that, because I know that it's not easy for most mums, and it was till this day still not easy for me. So I can definitely do a video on that. So just comment below and let me know. And while you're doing that, like, comment and subscribe. It's all here. Sort it out, guys, because you know you love me. Come on. So as I was saying, life forced me to take a break, and as a human I had to take it. Like, I had to take it. And I think it's so important to understand the impact that mental health and life changes, like even things that you're just not used to, is so important to remember to take that time and breathe and not let it impact every single moment of your life. Now, I am not cliche. I know it's easier said than done. I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not. But what it is for me, you have to focus on the important things. And if you're not given that time, especially when you become a mum, if you're not taking the time to realize, oh my God, all these things are happening. I'm not the person I used to be. I need to breathe. I need to take that time. I need to understand. I even need to make it make sense. If you haven't got to that place, your life is just going to keep spiraling down. And I am a clear example of that, guys, like a clear example. And I'm happy to say it. Like, I have no shame. I'm very open about my journey. If my girls ask me, I'll tell them, don't have no more kids. Don't have no more or no kids. Like I say to all my family, everyone that knows me, I'm not having no more kids. Because just the one journey with the one child I have, guys, I'm one and done. One and done. Like, ooh, but I will go into that another time. That's another video. Completely another video. Life came at me. That's the point I'm trying to make. Life came at me very fast and I was forced to have to focus on me and forced to have to focus on the bad side of my life. Like, you know, them uncomfortable journeys? They have this saying that growth is very uncomfortable because it's different for any person. For me, very uncomfortable. I definitely resonate with that saying because it's too uncomfortable for me. I don't like change. I don't like anything like that. When change happens in my life, it's that whole idea of being able to adjust with it, grow with it, make difference with it, make changes with it. And I have to be in the right headspace, I guess, to accept that all them things need to happen. So after months and months of depression, I find, okay, I'm being dramatic, 2 months, guys, but 2 months is a long time. So after 2 months of depression, I finally kind of regained myself. Like, when the new year came in, I said to myself, no, you cannot sit here a whole nother year feeling sad, feeling low, like not focusing on yourself. Like, heal, focus on your spiritual journey, focus on so many different journeys in your life. And I realized, like, once I did that, things started to make sense a little bit. Things started to kind of like piece together. And before I knew it, I kind of was handling this day to day. Like, I was handling it. I was managing it. Guys, I do not know how, but I was doing it. And as soon as I started doing it, I had to keep on the course of doing it. And that's why I'm here today, my loves, because I had to keep doing it. And that's the point I'm making. This was just like a little life update to show you guys that even if things come in your way, you're not supposed to let that stop you. Because God gave me a vision 2 weeks ago to tell me I need to be here doing this. I was depressed from last year. 2 weeks ago, we were in what, February? So of course, you know what I mean? Like, life goes on and God's plan is God's plan, or your higher being's plan is your higher being's plan. So manifest this stuff, think about this stuff and move forward with it, because there comes a point where you can't stay in that low place as a personal person. You yourself, I mean by personal, just you. If you're a parent, you can't spend time not focusing on you, because in my opinion, happy mum means happy child. So if I was low, I was a recipe for disaster with the child that I had. But I'm here now. I'm here to talk to you guys, tell you guys how I'm going to keep going forward and tell you guys how I'm going to make a difference. And I would hope that even just from sitting here watching my videos, you lot feel that sense of, I don't know, transformation. Like, you feel like, you know what? She can do it with all of that. I can do it. And I feel like I'm a very good, like, influence on my friends. The same way they're a good influence on me. I'm not going to downplay the friend I am to them. I'm a great influence on them. And I help them to be able to understand things of life that maybe they didn't understand, and they help me to understand. So you have to utilize... Hold on, my loves, because I actually had to answer that. Listen, people can deter you from what's right. Just keep the point of this video is keep your focus, guys. Keep your focus. As in, no matter what comes at you, just keep your focus. Like, realistically, you know your end goal. You know your end goal. You know where you want to go. You know what your dream is. Like, whether you're a mother, you're not a mom, you're a man, you're a woman, you don't have a gender. Do you know what I mean? You know your focus. So I guess if we're all on the right path and we keep our minds there, even when times get hard, we'll still get to where our goal is. And that's what I kept telling myself, in other words, without letting people distract me. I kept telling myself that I needed to focus, and I finally got there. So I'm talking months down the line, new year, back in a better place, here talking to you guys like right now, like I'm on YouTube talking to you. So the point I'm making is anything is achievable, but you need to take a break. You have to take a break. Like, even if life forces you, you see when life forces you, when you refuse to take it, you need to follow through with that. And that's the message I'm really saying here. Like, take a break, work with your life, and then come back when you're back and better. Because I'm back and better. No one can tell me different. Like, look at me. Skin clear, mind right. Yeah, do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, when your mind is there, it's going to be there, guys. And you just have to work on the times when you feel good. And that's what I do now. Like, don't be afraid to put yourself first, no matter what area in life that you're in. Don't be afraid to take that break. Don't be afraid to breathe. Don't be afraid to do any of them things, because you have to take a break to be able to move forward. And you never want to be in the position that you learn the hard way and that you're now having to come here and say to people, please be here and support me because you decided to disappear for a year. Don't lose your end goal. That's what I said before. I'm saying it now. Don't lose the end goal. So even if things like might deter you a little bit in that way, just keep focusing on the end goal, and I promise everything will make sense. Hopefully it will make sense. 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, the plan is going to align. And that's the goal that you need to end with. You don't need it to happen fast. You don't need to happen all them things, because nothing that's worth the wait comes quick. Wait. I don't even know if that's a saying. Just focus on you. I want everyone to just spend some time focusing on them, even if it's like an hour a day or 5 minutes a day. Like, I have a gratitude journal that's in total 6 minutes a day. 6 minutes, 3 minutes in the morning, 3 minutes in the evening. And you feel the difference that 6 minutes make where you are thankful for something. And that's what I needed to do. I needed to spend time just being thankful for my life. And here I am today talking to you guys, loving you guys, and hopefully growing a whole YouTube channel here. I don't even know why I'm saying hopefully, because if I was not on this camera, I will be saying I will be growing a YouTube channel. So guess what? I am growing a YouTube channel and I'm here with you guys. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel today. I'm so grateful, and I hope this video gave you a little bit of insight of me, but get used to my face because I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to annoy you guys until you're like, wow, what's Tori posting? What's Tori posting? So that's the end of the video today, my loves, and I hope you guys really enjoyed this. This is just the start. So get subscribing, notifications, ping. Well, it's probably going to be down here. I'm not sure. They're all there. But notifications on, everything on. And I'm going to put all my social media links in my bio of YouTube. And you guys follow me there. Like, I blog, I make socials, I do so many different things in whatever way kind of like resonates with people. But I want you guys to know that I'm here to stay. So get subscribing and let's grow, my loves. I love you guys and thank you guys for joining me. See you soon. Breathe for air, breathe, and wash me over until my